Fox News alert now. Disturbing new details emerging about the Manchester bomber and his family's suspected terror ties as we get brand new images you're taking in of Salman al-Bidi himself and his dad and two brothers who are both arrested. Remember, his parents were refugees from Libya, and our next guest says that explains a lot. Here to explain that is Weekend Fox and Friends co-host Pete Hegseth, the Fox News contributor, U.S. Army veteran. Pete, you think the problem is when people come to a Western country, they're not blending in?
Very much so. It's all about assimilation and allegiance. It doesn't mean they give up the cultures they came from and their family and the people that they know. It means when you come to the UK or to the United States, what has made these Western countries successful is that they coalesce around a set of ideas. And that requires things like language, learning the language, because it's the language of opportunity in that new land, and pledging allegiance to the flag and the country that you live in. In this particular instance, the parents came as refugees fleeing conflict. They were also Islamists who were fighting Gaddafi, by the way, so there was no vetting of them. But their son grew up with a divided allegiance, and that's the problem. When you have this divided allegiance, you live in a country, but you are not of it. You don't commit to it the way you would, and you're more easily seduced by radical ideas.
So what is society supposed to do when you're a new immigrant? It's pretty overwhelming to come and land and not really know anybody, not know the language, so government's trying to make it easier, and you think it's boomeranged. Where do you draw the line?
Yeah. Well, first of all, you've got to make sure that when they come, you give them every opportunity to assimilate. And I'm going to pull up a Teddy Roosevelt quote. I've been doing some research on this. He gave a great quote in 1907, and he said this. He said, "We should insist that if the immigrant who comes here in good faith becomes an American or a Brit and assimilates himself to us, he shall be treated on an exact equality with everyone else. There can be no divided allegiance here." The key phrases there are good faith, coming in good faith, and then also no divided allegiance. You got to have extreme vetting to make sure people are coming in good faith, especially with refugees who aren't striving to come but are placed in a particular country. That's a big difference. And then divided allegiance, if there is an indication that there is no investment in the state they're in, these Western countries, we better get our arms around it, because the problem is only getting bigger.
Right.
And this refugee wave of migrants, Brian, that's the first generation. If they don't assimilate, these Syrian refugees, we're looking at a next generation that has divided allegiance and is easy for the picking when it comes to Islamists.
Right, and especially as they back off American history in the schools, you don't even have to know about the country that you're now getting opportunity to excel in. Pete, thanks so much.